Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a special fried rice, perfect for a party or for Christmas celebrations since we're now in that festive period, with some turkey. So without further ado, let's get cooking. To begin, we are going to prep our fresh seasonings for the turkey, and I've got some onion, garlic, ginger, as well as some aniseeds, which I'm going to blend along with a little bit of water just to help the blades get along. I'm going to put the full ingredients and measurements used in the description box, so don't worry about this. Once we have blended the fresh ingredients, we can set them aside and start seasoning our turkey. So I have a kilo of different joints of the turkey meat, and I just went in with a bit of black pepper, all-purpose seasoning, as well as about a tablespoon of paprika. I also went in with 3 bay leaves for extra flavor, and now we can pour our fresh ingredients onto the meat, rinse the container with a bit of water, and we're going to let this boil for a total of about 20 minutes. Once the meat is boiled, we are going to fry it, or if you prefer, we can also bake it. 5 minutes after, I just went back and stirred the ingredients onto the meat. I find it easier to do when the meat is a bit warm. Cover it back up. Come back 20 minutes later, and the meat is now ready to be fried. Don't mind the little bits in the oil. I did use this to fry bean fritters the day before, and the whole thing will have to fry for approximately 5 minutes. As you can see, we've got some nice stock which we can put to the side, and we are going to be using this at a later point for the rice. And if you haven't already and are enjoying the video so far, please don't hesitate to hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, do consider subscribing. I release videos every week, and I make all sorts of African recipes, but also, recipes from all over the world, because I like to be eclectic, as I like to say. So I would really enjoy it if you would be part of my family, and thank you for the support. So the meat is now fried, and it's been more than 5 minutes actually. I let this fry for about maybe 4 minutes on each side, so just under 10 minutes. So we can set this aside now, and we can get started on the rest. So I put in about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, as well as some onion and garlic. So I chopped about 4 cloves of garlic and half an onion, which I'm now going to let sweat for about 3 minutes. Once the onions are translucent, we can now go in with about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And this is going to give the rice a slight jollof effect, but it's not going to be quite jollof rice. It's still going to be fried rice, but you will see it's going to be amazing. So the tomato puree will now have to cook, and I think I must have let it cook for approximately 6 minutes. We can now go ahead and add our washed rice, and I must have added about 5 to 6 cups of basmati rice in this instance. So what we're now going to do, we're stirring the tomato puree into the rice, and we're going to let it toast for a few minutes. So it's the best way to get this going. So make sure that you keep stirring. I mean, I'm using a non-stick pan, so the likelihood of it sticking is quite low, but just make sure that you keep stirring it and let it toast for about 7 to 8 minutes before we get to the next step. We can now bring out the stock that we reserved earlier and pour it onto the rice, and this is going to give the rice all of the flavors needed. And you will have noted that I have not added any seasoning so far. That's because I knew that the stock was already quite well seasoned. But if it is required, you may now adjust the seasoning for the rice and add some extra salt, pepper, or whatever else is required. I think mid-time through the cooking process, I did add a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. Just a tiny bit was required. So yes, it's entirely up to you if you want to adjust the seasoning. So once the stock has been added, you go in with about half a cup of hot water, and we're going to cover the pot with some foil and let the rice steam until it is fully done. I should also add that the steaming process is happening on a very, very low heat, so do ensure that this is the case, otherwise your rice is going to end up burning. So 20 minutes later, I checked on the rice, and I'm just fluffing it up, and We have about 10 to 15 minutes left of cooking time, and this is where I decided to go in with some vegetables which I diced up previously. So I'm using red and yellow bell peppers, about 4 spring onions and some green beans, which I'm now going to pour onto the rice, mix up and let cook until it is fully done, so approximately 10 to 15 further minutes. Look at all these colors. This rice is perfect for if you're stuck for ideas when it comes to party celebrations, as we know in the festive period. I think this is going to be a crowd pleaser. You're definitely going to impress your friends. So now I'm just stirring all of the veg in, and we're going to let this cook for further 10 to 15 minutes as mentioned, just enough time for the vegetables to soften up. Voila, your perfect fried rice fit for a party, accompanied with the most delicious and flavorful turkey, is now finished. This is going to impress, I'm telling you. I wish you could smell the kitchen right now. It smells so amazing. And the coconut oil has actually added a coconut flavor. So it's acted like coconut milk, you know. So I could have, it's good to know that just using coconut oil actually does the trick of giving that flavor as well. And I'm just adding the meat onto the dish for presentation purposes. But yeah, if you are stuck for ideas during this festive season, this is sure to impress friends and family. It is absolutely delicious. It smells amazing, and it's going to be very satisfying. It's got all the healthy vegetables inside as well to add to the mix, and honestly, it's going to be the best ever. I'm currently editing a green chili recipe, which I think is going to be the perfect accompaniment for this dish. You know, when you are at a party and you have all your rice dishes and whatnot, it's nice to have a nice chili on the side, and it's going to come live very soon, so do keep your eyes peeled for this. And just dishing up now to show you what it looks like. But if you enjoyed watching the video, please do not hesitate to give me a big thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. It will make me really happy, and I will see you very soon on my next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.